Give us my chol, give us my chol, give us my chol, give a smile. Give us my chol, give us my chol, be the reason someone smiles. Give us my chol, give us my chol, give us my chol, give a smile. Give us my chol, give us my chol, be the reason someone smiles. Give us my chol, give us my chol, give us my chol, give a smile. Give us my chol, give us my chol, be the reason someone smile. Give us my chol, give us my chol, give us my chol, give a smile. Give us my chol, give us my chol, be the reason someone smiles. Siva gedola, lio lio besimcha. Siva gedola, lio lio besimcha. Siva gedola, lio lio besimcha. Siva gedola, lio besimcha. Siva gedola, lio 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 besimcha. Be the reason someone smiles. 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 Siva gedola, lio besimcha. Siva gedola, lio lio besimcha. Siva gedola, lio lio besimcha. Siva gedola, lio besimcha. Someone smile. Be the reason someone smile. Be the reason someone smiles. Be the reason someone smiles. Be the reason someone smiles. Give us my chol, give us my chol, give us my chol, give a smile. Give us my chol, give us my chol, be the reason someone smiles. Give us my chol, give us my chol, give us my chol, give a smile. Give us my chol, give us my chol, be the reason someone smiles. Siva gedola, lio lio besimcha. Siva gedola, lio lio besimcha. Siva gedola, give a schmeichel, give a schmeichel, give a smile. Give a schmeichel, give a schmeichel, be the reason someone smile. Give a schmeichel, give a schmeichel, give a schmeichel, give a smile. Give a schmeichel, give a schmeichel, be the reason someone smile. Siva gedola, liot liot besimcha. Siva gedola, liot liot besimcha. Siva gedola, liot liot besimcha. Siva gedola, liot besimcha. Siva gedola, liot 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 besimcha.
Breakfast with Elli.
מודה אני לפניך מלך חי וקיים שהחזרת בי נשמתי בחמלה רבה אמונתך.
A parable in Hasidus that talks about how in Elul it says that God is in the field. What does that mean? It means that sometimes when you want to approach the king is in the field. You want to approach the king, it's hard to connect to the king. He has a fortress, you have to get through, you have to set a time. In Elul it says that God comes into the field to connect to everybody. And then slowly as Elul moves on, God moves back in, the king moves back into his castle. And then you have to have an appointment. You have to come on Rosh Hashanah and talk about Machayot, Zichronot, Shofarot, Yom Kippur. It's even harder to get into the inner room. You have to do tshuva and everything. But Elul is a prime opportunity to come close to God. God's exposed. God, the king is in the field.
Elul, 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 Heilige Chodesh Elul. Elul, 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 HaMelech Basadeh.
The second day of Rosh Chodesh. The Torah portion is Shoftim. HaYom Yom Revi'i L'Shabbos, the fourth day counting up towards Shabbos. We're learning the fourth Aliyah. Good morning, how are you? Baseball. They gave out caps yesterday. Look at that. It's a nice little cap with a New York Mets logo on it. I understand it's really cool. The funny thing is, I was looking at it this morning. It doesn't say official MLB merchandise, which is, something you would expect that they're giving out official merchandise, but they weren't. They were giving out this, which was just as nice. So, good morning. How are you? Yeah, the baseball game was a lot of fun. I saw something that I never ever saw in all my years of watching baseball, and I'm a big baseball fan from way back. We used to go to Dodger Stadium all the time. We even went to watch the Angels once or twice. We always went when there was a freeway series, meaning it was the Angels against the Dodgers. We used to go to those games too when they were in Chevus Ravine, Dodger Stadium. Beautiful, beautiful location on the side of the mountain. It's really cool. And then when I lived in Miami, I used to go to Marlins games quite frequently. So I'm no stranger to baseball. And what I saw, there were 14 strikeouts. 14 strikeouts. Unbelievable. I never saw this in my entire life. The first 3 innings of the game were all strikeouts. Nobody got to bat. Nobody got to actually get a hit. And then in the third inning, late in the third inning, the beginning of the fourth, I think it was, they scored a run, the Mets. then another one, and then it got complicated. But it ended up being, I think, 7-2 was the final score. And they were also giving out magnets. They knew that a Broadway star was coming because they gave out magnets, New York Mets magnets, to put on my magnet board. And they had a Broadway singer sing the national anthem. So all in all, it was a great day. We were able to go to the kosher stand. Let me see if I can put a picture of that for you here. It was really nice. PKS catering. And they have 3 stands at Citi Field. 3. Can you imagine? 3 kosher stands. We went to the one on the main floor, which is the one I'm going to show you a picture of if that ever decides to come up over here. Yeah, I'm a little stuffed up this morning. There we go. That's exactly what it looks like, the kosher grill at Citi Field. Isn't that cool? Yeah, and so it was good. We had the chicken nuggets and the French fries, and I asked if I could have a knish instead of the French fries. It was actually a lower priced item, and the guy looked at me, and and then he looked at the board, and he looked at the register, and he said, okay, 2 chicken nuggets with fries. And so I figured, okay, that's it. That's not happening, right? Next thing I know, he's taking a knish. Right, there you go. There you have us. Next thing I know, he's taking a knish and putting it in my food. And he said, on me. I thought that was really nice. All right. Very, very cool. Thank you to PKS Catering. And we had a great time. We did. Everybody was very well behaved, too, which shocked the heck out of me. Because we stopped going to movie theaters because of people's behavior, basically. And so this was a nice change. All right, let's get started. Men and boys, take your 2 front tzitzis. We're going to make a bracha on the tzitzit. Are you ready? Now I'm waiting for the computer again. And I have a feeling it's going to be a wait. Okay, here we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al mitzvat tzitzit.
All right. Everyone now together, al divrei Torah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al divrei Torah.
Hareini mekabel, everyone.
Hareini mekabel alai mitzvat aseh shel ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. I take upon myself every single day to love my fellow friend in a very special way.
Torah tziva.
Ay Torah tziva lanu Moshe morasha keilat Yaakov. Torah tziva lanu Moshe morasha keilat Yaakov.
it's time to give tzedakah. Are you ready?
I put it in the pushki, the tzedakah box. I put it in the pushki, the tzedakah box. I put it in the pushki for someone else to keep. Yeah, I put it in the pushki, the tzedakah box. I put it in the pushki, the tzedakah box. I put it in the pushki for someone else in need.
All right, fantastic. Tzedakah, let's do it. Let's give that tzedakah right now. Here we go. All right, thank you very much. Got to make room for everything I'm dropping. All right. And that takes us to the Shema. Are you ready? Here we go.
Yisrael.
Adonai.
Eloheinu.
Adonai.
That was the Shema on TV and in the movies. That was collated by someone who went through all the TV shows that said the Shema. Really cool, huh? All right. And now, for Chodesh Elul, I present to you our first day blowing shofar.
Ladies and gentlemen, rise. Put a yarmulke on your head. If you haven't got a yarmulke, take a napkin, whatever you got. Let's hear the clarion sigh. Oh, sound of the shofar.
Daily inspiration for the month of Elul. More to come. All right. Shahakol. I have to go shopping later. We're out of yogurts. We're out of cottage cheese. So, just that. All right. Ready? Borachato Adonai Leheinu Melech Haolam Shahakol Nihiyah B'Dvarei.
Coffee, blessed coffee. God bless you for being a friend. When the whole world turns on me, it's only you on which I can depend. I want to taste you in the morning and a few times throughout the day. Yes, a cup or two in the evening too. For me, it's the only way. Yeah.
Here we go. Today in Jewish history. Just give me one more second over here. Again, waiting for the computer to catch up to me. That's okay, we got you. All right, today in Jewish history, the month before Rosh Hashanah, according to Rabbi Shneur Zalman of Liadi, is a precious month. The Alter Rebbe said, for 30 days you find the ultimate king awaiting you outside the city on a rustic path that winds through an empty meadow. So, what is What is the advantage of meeting the king in a meadow? Well, because you meet the king in his palace in the days of awe, from Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur, much stands between you and him. The carpet, the throne, the royal robes, the protocol, the language you have to use, the awe and magnificence of the palace. But in the field, the king's just wearing blue jeans, and so do you. He even greets you with a smile and expresses his delight that you came out to see him. Now, it's just you and the king. On this day in history, Moshe ascended Mount Sinai for the third set of 40 days, taking with him the stone tablets that he had hewn by divine command to reinscribe the Ten Commandments. On the mountain, Hashem allowed Moshe to see my back, not my face, which Maimonides interprets as a perception of God's reality, but not his essence. The closest any human being ever came to actually knowing God. Hashem taught him the secrets of his 13 attributes of mercy, which are enumerated in Exodus 33, verses 18 to 34. All right. Moshe remained on the mountain for 40 days until the 10th of Tishrei, Yom Kippur, during which time he obtained Hashem's wholehearted forgiveness and reconciliation for the people of Israel following the betrayal of the covenant between them with their worship of the golden calf. Now this was the third, as we said, the third of Moshe's 3 40-day periods on Mount Sinai in connection with giving of the Torah. And ever since, the month of Elul serves as the month of divine mercy and forgiveness. All right? Today, the Moroccan Jews were saved from Portuguese conquest in 1578. The Portuguese army, led by King Sebastian I, joined forces with the deposed Moroccan Sultan Abdallah Mohammed, who desired to regain the throne from his uncle Abd al-Malik. Victory of the Portuguese king would inevitably lead to the infamous Inquisition taking hold in Morocco. On August 4th, which then corresponded to the first of Elul, the Portuguese army was defeated in what is known as the Battle of the Three Kings. The prophecy of Haggai encouraging the building of the Second Temple occurred on this day. Haggai received a divine message to pass on to Zerubbabel, the ruler of Judah, and Yeshua, the high priest, instructing them to continue their efforts to build the Second Temple, whose construction had been halted some 17 years prior. Since it is still Rosh Chodesh, we are adding to the prayers today the Hallel in its partial form, Ya'aleh V'Yavo in Grace After Meals, and in the morning prayer. We also say Musaf today. Many have the custom to mark Rosh Chodesh with a festive meal and a reduced work activity, particularly with women who have a special affinity with Rosh Chodesh, the month being the feminine aspect of the Jewish calendar. In the last month of the Jewish year, Elul, a time of introspection and stock-taking, review one's deeds and spiritual progress over the last year. We increase in tefillah, tzedakah, in teshuvah, returning to Hashem, in charity, and in prayer. We sound the shofar. We say the chapter of LeDavid Hashem and 3 extra chapters of Tehillim. Today, we say chapters 1, 2, and 3. We also start saying today, K'siva v'chsima toiva. May you be inscribed and sealed for a good new year. All right, that all starts today. All right. What else can I tell you? Well, watch this.
ואם תבנה לי בית, בית שלישי, שמור אותו אצלנו, שמור אותו אצלי. ואם תביא משיח, ואם תביא שלום, אז תביא אותו היום.
Shalom Chevra. Today is Rosh Chodesh Elul. We are approximately 1 month from Rosh Hashanah. And one of the themes that we're thinking about is renewal. Internally, having a renewal in our identity over the coming days and especially the coming year. And I want to debunk a misunderstanding about renewal. One may think that renewal means an entire transformation of identity, that you go from being flawed to perfect, that a person goes from being complex and experiencing emotional turbulence to being whitewashed or robotic or homogenized. And that is not the case. Just like in a marriage that has struggles, which most do, and the couple needs a renewal, it doesn't mean that every pain is released and every trauma is overlooked and every disappointment is neutralized. It means that the couple is more present and honest and energized and motivated and communicative to be in the marriage and bring healing to the marriage. So too in our relationship with our core selves and with God. The past summer's been hard, the past year's been hard, especially the past days of the passings of the 6 hostages, bless their sweet souls. And our emotions towards Hashem may be confusion, shock, agony, anger, and that's okay. Because we're not supposed to be vanilla. We're supposed to bring the totality of our emotions and human experience into our relationship with God and be present with it. And that is renewal. And from there we can be motivated to heal and to grow and to evolve. So Hashem should bless us to be able to truly understand renewal and get ready to renew ourselves and please God the entire world, which follows our lead with Mashiach now. K'siva, וחתימה, טובה, לשנה, טובה, ומתוקה. Good Chodesh.
All right. I agree. And that takes us to a word from our sponsors, if I can get this thing to do it. Oh no, I'm sorry. HaYom. I'm skipping too far ahead.
היום הזה הוא זמן שמחתנו, שמע את התפילה.
What is it that makes certain people very successful and other people not successful at all? All people have opportunities. Opportunity knocks at the door of successful and unsuccessful people. What makes successful people successful is that they open those doors and take advantage of the opportunities, while unsuccessful people don't do that. Today is the first day of the month of Elul. Elul is a very, very special month. The king, Hashem, is in the field, which means that there's tremendous opportunities in this month. Opportunities to access Hashem in a way that is not possible in the other 11 months of the year. However, if we want to be successful, we have to make sure that we take advantage of the special opportunity that the month of Elul offers us. Now, generally speaking, How do you do that? How do you take advantage of this great opportunity to connect with Hashem in the month of Elul? So generally speaking, we know the answer to that question. Torah, tefillah, and tzedakah. This is a month in which we increase our study of Torah, we increase our davening, our prayers, and we increase in the mitzvah of tzedakah, of helping people in need. Now that's a general formula, and that should be used. These are the only ways to go when it comes to really tapping into the power of the month of Elul. However, today's HaYom has a very specific formula, which for the longest time was, I believe, a bit of a secret, only known to a special and select few. And here we are in today's HaYom. It becomes available for everybody. A special formula for taking advantage of the opportunities in the month of Elul. Says the HaYom, when the Tzemach Tzedek, the third Rebbe of Chabad, was 9 years old, the Alter Rebbe, who was his grandfather and the first Rebbe of Chabad, said to this little boy, his grandson, the following. He says, I received a tradition from my Rebbe, who was the Maggid of Mezrich, who received it from his Rebbe, that would be the Baal Shem Tov, the founder of the Hasidic movement, in the name of his well-known Rebbe, which is, now we're talking about Achia HaShiloini. So Achia HaShiloini, who is a biblical personality, taught the Baal Shem Tov, the founder of the Hasidic movement, who in turn passed this tradition to the Maggid of Mezrich, who in turn passed it on to the Alter Rebbe, who in turn passed it on to his grandchild, the Tzemach Tzedek, a young boy of 9 years old. He says that from the day of Rosh Chodesh Elul, that's today, until Yom Kippur, we are to say 3 chapters of Tehillim every day. Then on Yom Kippur, we say an additional 36, 9 chapters before Kol Nidre, 9 before we go to sleep on the eve of Yom Kippur, 9 after Musaf on Yom Kippur day, and 9 after the final prayer of Yom Kippur, 9 after Ne'ilah. Whoever did not start this Tehillim on the second day of Rosh Chodesh, that's today, is to start with the Tehillim of the particular day on which he realizes his omission, and then complete the missing Tehillim later. So it's very apropos for the month of Elul. It's never too late. If you missed a couple of days of this Tehillim formula, you can always make it up. In the Chabad Tehillim publication, in the book of Tehillim published by Chabad, right at the back of the book, there is a chart that gives you this whole special schedule for reciting Tehillim in the month of Elul. And this is a wonderful, wonderful, holy and ancient formula that we can use to tap into the tremendous opportunity to connect with Hashem in the month of Elul.
All right. And that takes us to 60 days to a more meaningful high holiday season. And we're on day 2.
The journey continues, day 2, breaking damaging patterns. Every journey consists of 2 elements: your point of departure and your destination, where you're leaving and where you're going to. The question is, which is more important to succeed? Intuitively, you would think that knowing your destination is the key. But the truth is that when the first journeyer of all journeyers, Abraham, was told by God to leave your birthplace, your land, your birthplace, the home of your parents, he was focused more on where to leave from rather than where to go to. Why? Because you can have all the best intentions in mind and have your eyes on the prize, but if you're weighed down by the baggage of your past, by patterns, by routines, by habits, by damaging elements, you won't be able to travel far. So today in your journal, ask yourself, in what areas of your life are you repeating old patterns? In what ways are they damaging to you? And the exercise for the day Identify and describe one damaging pattern that you want to break in the coming year. List one thing you must do in order to break that pattern.
All right. And now, finally, a word from our sponsors.
And now, a word from our sponsors. PestProRidall.com.
PestProRidall.com. Trusted by the best to keep away the pests. We are offering COVID-19 disinfection services. Mention this ad and get 1 month free service. Visit us at PestProRidall.com.
Tarzane Group. Micro, miniature, and small orchids. Go to tarzanegroup.com or call Tomas at 305-440-0565. That's 305-440-0565. And order today. Visit Tomas and Yair at tarzanegroup.com. Micro, miniature, and small orchids. Beautiful in your home. Go to the website and read Tomas's orchid blog. And by Dina D Design. DinaDDesign at gmail.com. Fine artwork, custom made to your specifications. Logos, wall hangings, Judaica. You can even have something for your child's room. Facebook or Instagram, or call or text. Thank you very much to our sponsors. If you'd like to become a sponsor, please go right up here to where it says patreon.com/theactorsrabbi, and you can contribute even only $1 a month if you'd like, but that'll help us bring this broadcast to you on a daily basis and cover our expenses. Be sure to thank your sponsors when shopping and mention Breakfast with Elli when you're shopping there. There might be discounts. Thanks for watching.
Helping lots of people any way we can. Tzedakah is the Jewish way to help your fellow man.
All right. Oh, dear. Okay. We've got some issues over here. Let's see what we can quit that'll make that better.